If you feel like you've been getting fewer chips in each bag, you might be right. This bag of Doritos used to be 9¾ ounces, but in February 2021, it became half an ounce lighter, while the price stayed the same. This phenomenon is called shrinkflation. It's a strategy that companies use for a variety of reasons. During this period of high inflation, some companies are using shrinkflation to combat higher production costs so they don't have to raise prices.
Shrinkflation is when companies are trying to save money because they face higher costs. So they just put less food in the bag or smaller portions on the plate, but they still charge the same amount so that they make more money.
Other times, it means the quality of products and services is going down.
That could be maybe replacing sugar with high fructose corn syrup.
Shrinkflation in all its forms tends to be easier for companies to pass on to customers than raising prices.
All right, shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Kudash, double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, and the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Shalawam. This is Nazar Khud, GMS Precepts here. And as you saw in the video, the little snippet, it explains about shrinkflation, right? Now, let me go to the article. That article, or that video, is from this article right here, Wall Street Journal. This is the video. You can watch it in its entirety. It's about 5 minutes. And the title says, like I said, this is from the Wall Street Journal. It says, how to adjust your brain for 8.5 inflation. Prices are changing so quickly, it's tough to know what is a good deal right now. So this is how companies are trying to adjust or still make a profit from this inflation, right? And first, before I go into shrinkflation, let's go into the 8.5% inflation that's going on, right? Consumer prices rose 8.5% in March, slightly hotter than expected, and the highest since since 1981. Okay, so this is so prices overall for products, right, has increased 8.5%, and it's the highest it's been in damn near 40 years. Headline CPI in March rose 8.5% from a year ago, the fastest annual gain since December 1981, and 1/10 of a percentage point above the estimate. So it not only rose the fastest in a year, right? It's also higher than what they expected. So they expected the CPI, right, or consumer. They expected prices to rise very fast, but it rose faster than they expected, right? So they anticipated it would rise to 8.4, but it rose a tenth of percentage point above their estimate, or whatever a tenth of a percentage point is. Surging food, energy, and shelter costs helped account for the gain, right? So it's food, it's energy, and it's shelter, like housing. That attributed to the increase of products, right? Real worker earnings fell by another 0.8% during the month as the cost of living outpaced otherwise strong pay gains. So, let's see. The Consumer Price Index, which measures wide-ranging basket of goods and services, jumped 8.5 from a year ago on an adjustment basis, above the already elevated Dow Jones estimate of 8.4. Right, so I was right. So they anticipated it would be 8.4, but it surpassed 8.4 and it went to 8.5. Excluding food and energy, so-called core CPI increases 6.12 on a 12-month basis. However, there were signs that the core inflation appeared to be ebbing as it rose 0.3 for the month, less than that appear to be ebbing. What the hell? Let's see what that word means. Ebbing, tide water move away from land, recede. Okay. Of emotion or quality, gradually lessen or reduce. Right. So it just means to reduce. Okay. Let's go back to the article here. It said inflation appeared to be ebbing, or I guess decreasing. So that's what inflation is. Inflation is it's increase of products or consumer goods. It could range from services to food to products, to housing to energy costs, right? Um, let's go to this article. No, let's go to right. So a way for companies to adjust, right? They have a thing called shrinkflation, which is what the video explained. How companies, they sell you a product for the same price. They just adjust the weight. They give you less of the product. So you might have a Doritos bag that is less. That's the same price, but it's less than weight, right? Because they know consumers really don't look at the weight. They just look at the price. So that's their workaround for that, right? Soaring prices of online goods may flash another warning for the Fed. Prices of online goods continue to surge in March at a record pace. Data released on Tuesday from Adobe. Blah blah blah. New CPI data on Tuesday showed prices rose 8.5% over the last 12 months. As of March, the largest increase since December 1981. So this is basically saying what the other article is saying. Oh, what else increased? Baby formula, right? Baby formula shortage prompts rationing at Target, Kroger, Walgreens, and CVS. Stores impose purchase limits after Abbott recall adds to strain on already limited supply. So what is this? So they're saying this is because of a recall similar products. Exacerbated, right? So, but this is just gonna add. So this, they could be saying it's a recall. That's why they're rationing it out, or it could be a result of supply chains, right? But either way, whatever the reason of this rationing, it's still like all these things, the inflation, the shrinkflation, the 8.5 inflation, all this is going to affect you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans the most, because out of all races, right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans lead in the poverty rate, right? You are the ones that, on average, don't make as much money as other races. So it's going to affect you people the most, right? It's going to get bad. It's going to get bad, and this is something that we preached or stressed through the spirit of Yahawashi, starting with our apostles on down. We stressed a time of Jacob's trouble. Now you see, it's undeniable the times that we're approaching, and you got other groups like IUIC having to concede to the fact that there's going to be a time of Jacob's trouble, right? That's where faith is going to play a big part, right? Let me get a scripture in Isaiah. What is it? Is it 63 or 65? Yeah, it's 65 and 12. Therefore, no use in your car. Nah. 60. It might be 63. Hold on. 60. Yeah, it is 65. 65 and 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power. Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord power shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name. So this is going into, in that time of Jacob's trouble, the elect, or the servants of the Most High, the servants of Yahawashi, they're going to be protected. They're not going to have to, and there's not going to be a plan that we're going to create where the only plan that we have is faith. That's the only plan you need. That's why it also says in Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. So that's what's going to be able to save you or protect you in our last days. Ooh, what's that? Psalms 91. He that dwelleth, Psalms 91:1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My power, in him I will trust. Surely he shall deliver me from the snare and the fowler, and from the noise and pestilence. That's speaking about the missiles. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His trust shall be thy shield and buckler. Okay? So that's speaking about protection from the Most High. Okay? And we'll get that protection from the Most High by way of faith. That's why it says it's impossible to please him without it. If you want to please the Most High, if you want to please Yahawashi, ask for more faith, or put your faith and trust in him. And that's the whole message, man. Because when all these bad things happen or start happening, which they are right now, a lot of people are going to get shook up, right? But as the scriptures say, then it shall be known who are my chosen, right? So that's it. I'll leave these articles in the description box. Make sure your brothers and sisters check this video out. It's New York Times or Wall Street Journal, so you're not going to be able to read the full article because they want you to fucking subscribe. But you go watch the video. Like I said, it explains shrinkflation. It's like a 5-minute video, explains it very well. So, Lord willing, your brothers are edified. Until the next show, shalawam.